Hello YouTube. Sorry for not uploading too much these days. I've kind of gone back to school, which is taking up a lot of my time. Not been I didn't get the 7x7 cutter cube finished yet, simply out of sheer not enough time, kind of doing other stuff, and also the Q&A video is way overdue. I made the whole thing, rendered it out, took forever, and then I looked back, and then the last 5 minutes of it has the original audio of the solves I was doing, so it's all messed up. So yeah, anyways, this video is going to be about a concept of a 13x13. It's the corenpuzzle 13x13 made out of an 11x11. And it looks a little something like this. There would be a block here, and this gap will be filled. It'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Add another 6. Get 13. Now this is not just like a concept, this is happening. And as you can see, it kind of uses a different take on how to extend the layers of puzzles. This means the core needs to be bigger, and all I've done is endless, slowly scraping away in the insides of these things so the core can extend out about an extra layer. That takes an hour a piece. Here are some of the smaller internal custom pieces. As you can see, these are casted. They fit into the puzzle normally on this side, and on this side you can see that there has been serious differences. There's a lip cut into there. And there's also this new piece which doesn't really come up, and this piece which at one time was a symmetrical piece. I'll just try to find one here. It used to be one of these. So a normal, it has kind of a symmetry like this and this. It now only has kind of a one-way looking thing. So it doesn't look symmetrical. It doesn't fit this way and, the same that way. This piece is simply a hollowed out version of this piece. And then they fit together as such. Now you might not think that why aren't these touching at all, and the reason is it's kind of hard to explain. It works out though. It's really abstract. Unfortunately, these pieces are not finished. And I messed up. I made the molds, and the molds are way too big to remake because there's a lot of pieces here. And basically, to get an example, the concept of the puzzle revolves around just forcing an extra layer into the cube, which basically looks like this. So these are the same pieces, yet they are now budged up against each other. This kind of is actually sitting here, so there's a little bit of space. And then, going off of that concept, where's the next one up? Sorry for this. Don't really want to edit this video, so okay. This is sort of what we're getting, this kind of deal. So this piece hooks under that piece, creating stability. Now you see this little gap here? That is kind of what I didn't take into account at first, which is a complete fail on my part. So basically, I'm going to have to go through all the over 100 pieces that have been casted and fill those in with epoxy sculpt. What I'm going to just do is maybe take this like a master and then just fill this in perfectly smooth, and then like fill this in perfectly smooth, and then start kind of molding the sculpt into this, like kind of forcing it into this crack, and then just you know, fine sanding, making sure there's enough tolerance here so they can slide past. So yeah, this is not a final version of the piece. And then basically on these, there's going to be like splitting, but also kind of a weird, kind of like this kind of splitting. It doesn't revolve around a single point. It kind of splits away like this. And then there will also be I can only find half of the actual piece I was working on. It kind of split apart. So I'll have this block here. And that is so when the corners, which I'll quickly grab here, or when, yeah, so the corner, or the edges, sorry, corner, kind of all over the place here. This cross section, whoops, it kind of pushes against the corner, so it suddenly stables the whole thing up quite a bit. And then these corners are kind of sunken in, and then it just kind of revolves around the core. And then these will have to be extended out so they actually kind of touch to where the core is. So yeah, I figured I'd there's water. Yeah. Figured I'd show you guys this just to give you a bit of an update on what I've been working on. Again, sorry about the contest. I've just been very busy with school, taking care, like babysitting and stuff, and just working on this project, which took literally hours of just staring at pieces, kind of thinking about it. And unfortunately I didn't think enough, so I gotta now like extend these pieces in really bad ways with epoxy sculpt. So that's going to take, I'm not even going to lie, the video for this, and it will work. Like, there is absolutely no question. I have 100% faith that I am not going to leave this thing unbuilt. It's an 11 by 11, costs a lot. I'm not going to waste one, so. Yep, that's just a video on the progress of the corenpuzzle 13 by 13. Which will be the second highest order puzzle ever made. Yeah.